Hi, my name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches, either public or private, whether it's one on one in a job interview or in a small group at a business meeting or before a large crowd at a conference. So, this is not a tip that I'm going to give you, but as we start 2017, one of the most important skill, I believe it's even more than important, it's a critical skill for your success now and in the future, is going to be how well you can give high stakes speeches. Now you might say, well, tell me something that I don't know. Well, a lot of people don't know this. And part of it is our education, the way it's structured, and also what they see in the media. After a while, you start believing it, and also the people you talk to around you. And after a while, you think like, oh, the way I can get a decent job is get more education. Education was very important. If you go back in the past, as we were making shift from agricultural to industrialization, and from industrialization to the information age that we're in, and now we're moving beyond the information age into kind of like the automation world, where we may not play an important role when we're paired up with machines. We got to learn how to leverage machines. So the question then becomes is, what is that one skill that will differentiate you in a competitive market? We're competing with people all over the world. Then the automation is creeping into just about everything, and also the rapid change that's taking place in everything that we're doing. So the only key differentiator you have is how well you communicate. So let me illustrate what does that really mean. People always talk about, well, communication is a very important skill, but what does that mean? It means money. If you communicate well, your payoff isn't good, it's great, because you can save and make companies money. Communication, as I like to think of it, is, they always use the phrase time is money. From the industrial age, time is money. That's how they calculate how much time. Today it's not money. Time is not money. Communication is wealth. That's how you have to think about it. Communication is wealth. Time is money is old stuff. That's gone. If you're thinking time is money, you're thinking small. Communication is wealth makes you think much bigger. Because here's the thing that's happening. Education is becoming table stakes, folks. People out there I know who are from top universities like Harvard, you name it, they're not getting good jobs. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but they're not getting good jobs. Then I know people out there with PhD degrees, they're not getting good jobs. And when I talk to them, I immediately see that they just don't know how to communicate. And some of these people are hard to help, folks, because they're so arrogant, they think that they're going to be able to get a job because of their degrees, their education. And I keep telling them, it's not working. You got to make a change. And I'm not sure I can help them, but I can help you. When you communicate well, you know what it shows? It shows that you can save company money and you can help them make money. There was there's a famous CEO. I don't know if he's a CEO now, but he's one of the founders of Google. His name is Sergey Brin. And when he interviewed people, he would ask them a question: teach me something that I don't know. Now, I don't know why he asked that question, but I think that's a very important question that he was asking. And the question kind of shows to him not that you know something that he doesn't know. I don't even know, because he's a smart guy. This guy founded Google, so he knows a lot. But I think what he was doing was he's saying that if you can make me understand something that I already don't know, and I can then explain it to somebody else, that means that you can do that once we hire you. And look at how much money we could save. And look at how much money we could make if you have that type of talent. And let's face it, Google is one of the top one or two companies in the world. So communication, when you do it well, can help companies make money, and it can save them money. But on the other end, when you don't communicate well, companies can bleed money. And whoever attributes companies losing money to people in the companies not communicating well, it has to be a cultural thing. Communication is a cultural thing. So some of those you can't take care of it, but what you can do is work on this skill, because today and even tomorrow, when you're competing with somebody, your education isn't going to be that important. That's given. That's a table stakes. You're going to have education. If you don't have education, then you're not even going to get interviewed. But once you get interviewed and you have the education, then it's going to come down to is who communicates the best. That's what the companies are going to be looking for, because they know that that's something that's going to be very hard to teach. Either you have it or you don't. And the only way you can get this type of skill is you got to start working on it right now. And what makes communication so difficult that I've seen from my teaching, mentoring, and coaching is we've been speaking for a long time. So we think because we've been speaking that somehow, because it makes sense to us, that it's going to start making sense to others, what we're saying. It doesn't work like that. You almost have to listen to yourself by recording videos and by looking for cues when you're talking to people. I can't see any cues because I'm talking to a camera here. But if I was talking to you face to face, I would be kind of asking a question. Does this make sense? And I'll be looking for your facial gestures. Are you really attentive? What do you think about that? I mean, the way I would interact with you, whether it's one-on-one or in a large, would be like a conversation, so I can get that immediate feedback. With a camera, it's kind of hard. I'm just kind of speaking to a camera, and the camera won't give me any kind of feedback and just sit there. But this is a skill you really have to set aside every day. This is not a one-day skill. This is an everyday skill. And if you don't develop a habit, you're just not going to develop it and master this skill. And it may not affect you right now if you're currently gainfully employed, but I bet you at some point in time in the future, it is going to come back and bite you, because somebody out there who's going to have the same education, if not more. But if that person communicates better than you, you're not going to get the job. You're not going to get promoted. You're not going to be successful. So this year, you really have to focus on this critical skill, because it's becoming more and more important as we're seeing globalization, with automation and rapid change. This is your superpower now. All of the other stuff, everybody's got that. They'll all get that. This, you own it. You got to develop it. You got to master it. And if you do, then you're going to be successful for a long time. Okay? Let me know what you think. And keep watching these videos, since I offer a lot of these type of tips to help you. I want to make you successful. And if you ever need help, you can always reach out to me. So thank you for watching, and good luck with your communication in 2017.